Sure is pretty this morning, Kelly.
Yes, pretty light today.
Yeah, but cold.
Yes, it is.
We're just south of Gabbs, Nevada, and we'll be passing north of Gabbs on our adventure today. The high school says Gabbs High Tarantulas. They get those big tarantula spiders that migrate through this town, what, about once a year, right?
Yeah, I think so in the
Yeah,
fall.
one of the locals was telling me about that and how they get these big spiders come out of the desert every so often, and they're on a migration. Now this area, the mine right next to the town here, has a long history of mining magnesium, and it was used in the Second World War for aircraft parts and so forth.
That's right.
I don't think I like the idea of a tarantula migration going through my town.
I think you'd get used to
Yeah.
it. Like anything else.
I just don't like those ones in the desert that jump at you, you know? They're jumpers. Oh, look. Okay, here we go. The gas station's closed.
And the market is
The market's
too.
still closed. Well, I guess we'll just have to use the thermos for your coffee, Kelly. Looks like everything's still closed. Now we're heading north outside of Gabbs, Nevada. Here's a map of the state of Nevada that shows where we went today. It's this little spur right here, this little spur in Mineral County, Nevada. This is Mineral County, Nevada. This is the town of Hawthorne. That's an area called the Elbow, which is an area of the East Walker River, which is near the border of California, which is right here. And this little spur section here, north of Gabbs, Nevada, that's where we were today. And it's surrounded by a few other counties, but the county just comes up here to a very narrow little point right there. And that's where we were today. Here's the Nye County line. Here's the Mineral County line. I've got another topographic map that shows a little better this spur on Mineral County, which is right here. And that's where we were at the Broken Hills mine. And here's the Kaiser mine. Of course, Kaiser, that's German for Caesar, Kaiser. And there's the King mine. And Mineral County, Nevada is the 5th least populated county in the state of Nevada. Has 4,554 people, and it's an area of 3,753 square miles. It was formerly a part of Esmeralda County, but it was broken off from Esmeralda County in 1911. Here's a closer view of the area. Now here's Gabbs, Nevada, going north on Highway 361. There's the Kaiser, also known as the Baxter Mine. And here's Mineral County. We were here at the Broken Hills. We went up to the Broken Hills in this area right here. And you can see the nearby counties of Churchill and Nye, how close they are in the spur there. And also here's Phonolite that I mentioned, which is right over here. And also the Lodi mine. We're heading up the Quartz Mountain Road. There's another mine farther up in here, historical mine from the early 1900s called Quartz Mountain, and that's what this road is named after.
You know, in Broken Hills, there was a few stories that were kind of passed down from the years. I read them in a few of our historical books, but there was one where a teenage girl was caught in a house fire, and her father was trying to get her out, and he was not successful in getting her out. And she died, and then a little bit later he died of smoke inhalation and burns and things like that from trying to rescue her. So that was kind of a sad story that went on in Broken Hills. And then there was also a man that lived there for many years that ran a store there, and I guess he was the last person to leave. He stayed there till the late 20s, and then he eventually moved out and went into a rest home because he was out there by himself.
So quiet this morning. It's about freezing, but the sun's out. It actually feels really good in the desert this time of year. We enjoy walking out in the desert in the wintertime. Not too far to the west is the Sierra, and they've got quite a bit of snow already. this last storm. And last night the storm just blew over, and it was high winds in Hawthorne and lost some power, and a lot of things were blowing around. And this is the calm after the storm. It's beautiful.
Look at that grave right there. That was the one I was reading about. The guy died up here, lived up here pretty much all his life, and they found him.
Oh, that's the guy that had the store, right?
No, not that one.
Okay.
But he had lived there all his life, and they found him in his, sitting in his chair, just stooped over.
Oh, yeah. There he is.
Yeah, that's cool. What his name is? Matt. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Matt Costello.
Yep, that's it.
1866 to 1926.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, brother, you're still out here where you enjoyed your life.
That's right.
Nice spot. Well, we noticed there's a little detour off the road, and all the off-roaders have made a little trail, a little spur to come over here and check out that little grave.
That's right. I know this guy lived out here for most of his life, and he did a lot of mining out here, but he never really made much money. But I guess he did get a little bit of money not long before he died, and then not long after he got his money, they found him in his cabin, dead, sitting over his table for having breakfast. Oh, these little dry arroyos seem to be popular with the off-roaders. I guess it's just more interesting for them to take it this way, a little more of a challenge.
So they're using this dry riverbed as a road.
Yep.
And this is where it crossed the dirt road that we're on. There's the beautiful Broken Hills. Well, you're right, Kelly. I see a head frame up in the distance.
Yep.
We found it. Look at all the holes everywhere, Kelly.
Yeah, they are everywhere. You gotta be careful.
Yeah. Look like there's another mine shaft in the distance that they've got some. It looks like they have some steel covering the top.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
For safety reasons.
I think we can mosey on down there if we're careful.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just walk down to this other shaft. It's been many years since this mine was worked, and you can still see how the tailings look so disturbed and almost fresh looking to me. Oh, look at that. There's another one. There's several. The distance over there. Huh. It's a little bit larger than what I was expecting. The mine site itself. This tailing pile has a kind of a yellow hue to its coloration on the end. See right there. I wonder if that's sulfur. There's so many holes in the ground. It looks like some kind of a set from World War II where they've blown holes in the ground everywhere. I've got some really heavy steel protecting this mine shaft. It's probably very dangerous. That's why they did that.
Not real easy to walk right up there either.
No. There's Kelly walking the distance on the left. A lot of these tailings have that kind of a yellow hued color to them, especially that one pile straight ahead. There's a good panorama of the Broken Hills mine site and tailings. It's so quiet out here, isn't it?
Oh, it very much is.
Watch where you're walking, Kelly. Look at that.
Yeah.
There's just like holes everywhere. Oh, it's so surprising.
Yeah, he
It's
thought
not
it was going to
soft at
come right
all,
off.
It's like concrete. I thought it'd be soft. It's not. It's a little bit steep, but there's pretty good traction. Oh, okay. It's not too bad. There it is. How deep is it, Kelly?
Oh, I can't see the bottom, but I can tell it was going on for a long ways.
That's a big one, isn't it? Look how long it goes. Oh, goodness. It was way down in there.
Yeah.
This is as close as we can get.
I don't want to get any closer.
I'll walk down it just a little bit so everybody can get a little bit better view of it on our tour. That's a big run of steel to keep that safe. Some more mine debris. Whoa. That's a massive big hole, isn't it? Goodness.
It's another one that's hard to see the bottom of.
Yeah.
Like a big old earthquake crevice or something.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen a mine entrance this large that's covered up with steel like this. This is a big one. This is a big one.
Yeah.
That's the crevasse going right into the earth. Right on the edge of it so you can all see how deep it is. Let me zoom in a little bit. I can't see the bottom. It looks like it's maybe, from what I can see, close to 100 feet deep. Here's the main head frame. Here's the shaft. Look at all the wood down in there. Here's the head frame. There's like a chute right there. So this mine area is an epithermal vein, Comstock. It's a silver lead mine with 2 veins, and they're 18 inches to 2 feet thick. It's crushed andesite and quartz. The yield was very high. For every ton of silver ore, they extracted 100 ounces of silver. It also has andesite, disseminated pyrite, and chelio-pyrite. All the ore here has been extracted from the oxidized zone. You can see the different mines, entrances in the distance. It's spread out. I'm not going to be climbing on this one. This is not very stable looking, so it's in disrepair. That's an impressive chasm there. The mine is located in the Lodi Mining District, which is in Mineral County, Nevada, but it also extends north into nearby Nye County, Nevada. And as I said before, this part of Mineral County is just like a spur. And we think that the reason they did that in 1911, when they carved out Mineral County from Esmeralda counties, they probably wanted the tax revenue from these mines, and so they had an agreement to have this area in the mining district. So there was 2 people that mined this area in 1913 to 1920, 7 years, James Statford and Joseph Arthur. And what happened here was that they pulled out so much silver, they pulled it all out, basically. And when they sold it in 1920, there really wasn't a whole lot left. A couple of different outfits tried to work it over the years. And then there was a nearby run at the Quartz Mountain Mine that caused a little bit of a short boom in the area, but that didn't last. So they took the ore that was pulled out of here and they had to ship it all the way to the Bruner's mill, which is 12 miles over here in Phonolite, and they had a 50 ton mill over there, so they had to move it all that way over there. But like I said, those 2 guys got all the silver out of here in a short amount of time. There was a lot, but they got it all out. We're going to poke around on the other side of the mine site over towards these broken hills and see what's over here. I like that descriptive name, Kelly. Broken Hills. They look like they're broken, like big chunks came off
Yeah,
of them.
they do. It's the only ones around here, too.
Kelly's just going along the dry wash. It's not a road, but it's easier to walk in. Interesting landscape. We found another little smaller wash to walk up. Very intriguing. I see something up there, Kelly. In the rocks right there.
Cave?
No, it looks like a...
Castle? What?
No, like a piece of metal.
Oh, piece of metal.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
See right there?
Yeah.
There's some kind of metal. I wonder what that is.
I don't know. It kind of looks like a spotty rock to me, but it's
Really?
definitely glimmering in the sun.
It's glimmering though.
Yeah.
It might be metallic.
Could be. Let's go find out.
You know what it is? Remember when I saw that bighorn sheep carcass from a long
Oh my
ways
gosh,
away?
It's another carcass.
No, it's a range steer.
Oh.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Let's go
find out.
see if it almost looked metallic from way back there.
Oh, it's definitely a dead animal. It's all bloody.
Yeah. It's a range steer.
Yeah. Well,
Yep. Well, it's not stinky anymore. It's been pretty much picked over. It's just hide and bones. Hide and bones. This is the track of the mountain lion that I'm looking for. It has a diameter of 3.5 inches. Glad it's winter time because the rattlesnakes are hibernating. Don't have to worry about them.
I'm concerned about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was summertime, but I know they're all sleeping right now.
Especially a spot like this with all the rocks. How you know how they like to sunbathe and get warmed up.
Well, that and
Yeah.
cats, too.
Yeah.
Big cats like to hide in these little crevices.
Yeah.
Sit on rocks and
Yeah.
see out.
There might be a mountain lion in here, but they probably heard us coming a long time ago.
All you gotta do
Don't
is
scare
walk
the
back.
cougars. I won't get a video clip of them.
Kitties don't like loud banging.
No.
I do that with my cat and he hightails it out of there.
So the mine is over in there. I'm gonna go up to the top.
Okay.
Well, heading up the side of the broken mountain, the broken hill. A little bit steep. I actually wouldn't mind seeing a cougar and get it on film for you. Well, if I was a big cat, I'd come up here and go right under this rock right there and keep out of the cold and keep kind of warm. They say that the cougar, the American mountain lion, is actually the world's largest cat. So it's like a huge cat, a house cat. And they can actually purr. That's where I'd choose to hang out. Right in this one. Fairly steep. A little bit loose, not too bad. Kelly's gonna be waiting for me till I get back. Just gonna go up here and see if I can get a nice view of the surrounding open expanse. Starting to open up a little bit. About a third of the way to the top. There's all kinds of craggy places to hide out in here. What I'm gonna do is put away my camera so that my hands are free. I'm gonna have to do a little scampering and scrambling over these boulders and get to the top. Almost to the top. I don't think I'll have any problem getting over that. And I'm not too concerned about any large predators. And what would be up here would be the worst thing would be a mountain lion. But I'm packing some pretty hot 357s. And what I have today with me, I can pull out very quickly. So no rattlesnakes on the rocks, it's too cold. Almost to the very top. Trying to be very careful to not fall off or to cause a boulder to roll down. Okay, so I can get up this spot right here. There we go. Lots of open space. There's Kelly. I can see the head frame of the mine from here. It's right there. Zoom in on it. Also in the distance, there's some modern mining activity, looks to be, out there off Quartz Mountain Road. See some dust kicking up over there. I'm gonna go up a little farther. Can you hear me with it echoing off the rocks? I can see the mine from here. I'm gonna go about 50 feet farther up. Wow, there's some big caves right there. I better be careful what I wish for because that would be the perfect spot for a cougar. Right in that cave right there. I think I'll be okay. There may not be any cougars right on this ridge at all, which is probably the case. But you never know. They move around quite a bit. Got a big territory. Let's check it out anyway. Really enjoying this. Okay, I'm gonna scan this, have the camera going in case there is something. If it does come out, we'll only get it for a fleeting moment. Look at this one. I mean, this is the perfect spot. Look at that. It's a perfect spot for an animal like a cougar to bed down there. It would fit perfectly. There's some more. Let's see. There's another spot. See if I see any tracks in it. No, they're all small tracks. There's another ledge. If I can just get up there. Kind of have to watch where I'm stepping. Oh. Oh, look at this. Wow. This is interesting. I'm looking for paw prints. That's what I'm looking for, paw prints. Here's that ledge. Goes all the way along the length of it. I don't see any big cat tracks yet though. Looking. Oh, that's very interesting. Look, there's a hole right through it. Goes all the way through. Huh. Should I try that? I'm thinking no. It's echoing off the rocks. I'm not to the top yet. I'll be a few more minutes. It's amazing how we can talk so far away. Yes, perfectly. There's Kellie on that rock at the base of the mountain. There's the mine. Interesting, that looks so much like some kind of a fortress almost. The way it wraps around that like that. This is what it looks like on the top. It's not too steep, it's almost flat in some areas. Getting up to the very tippy top. Whoa. That's the Reese River Valley over by the Yamba Shoshone Reservation. Well, here's the view, everybody. See, for miles and miles. Amazing. Kelly, can you hear me? Wow. I'm just talking like at a low pace or a low level, I mean. The sound must be echoing off the mountain. Are you comfortable on that rock down there? She's sunbathing. It's December. Okay, I'm heading back down. Okay. Did you enjoy your big sunning rock that you were on?
I did.
Uh-huh.
Love sitting in the sun and, doing a little meditative prayer and in the sun and have my
Nice.
face out there, and it just felt so good, and it was so quiet. I could hear a fly buzzing around. I didn't see him anywhere, but I could hear him off in the distance somewhere.
I think the sound must bounce off the side of these rocks. It's like a big wall.
Yeah, I could hear you pretty well up there.
Yeah. So I noticed something over here. It looks like, see that in the distance where it's like goes in a, kind of looks like a castle or something?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about. A little flat rock of some sorts.
So I didn't see any, of course, any cattle droppings or burro droppings, but I did see some droppings up there. I think they were desert bighorn sheep. I'm pretty sure of it.
They probably were.
Yeah, and didn't see any big cats, but they do prey on those desert bighorn sheep, so there could be some around. We're in the little park in Gabbs, Nevada. What do we have for lunch today, Kelly?
We're going to have some sandwiches and some blueberries and
Oh,
some
got
oranges,
fruit, yummy.
tomatoes, and some chips and, some things to
What kind of
drink.
cookies this week?
This week we have an orange cranberry cookie. It's just a version of a basic drop cookie, but it's orange and cranberries, and it's a little bit cake-like.
Anything more about the recipe? Any history on it or anything?
Well, it's a modern version, is what it is, of a drop cookie.
Looks wonderful. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome. Well, we had a great day, lots of interesting stuff to look at, and great sunny day, and it was fun.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next time. Yeah, it's not a forest, it's just a really big pinyon pine, it looks like. Huh.